Okay, 21st of September 2025. The song is Down, Deeper and Down. I believe it was Status Quo. So the status quo is probably going down. So somebody going falling from grace. So let's see. Sixth house of Vega in the dice, and the sun in Vega. So we're just about to go into Libra. So it's the cusp of Vega and Libra. So that could be important. It's the 21st of September 2025. So we're looking for the world, the universe, whatever it comes out in, whichever deck you've got. It's a culmination, something coming to a close, hopefully. Or if it's in the reverse, it's never ending. It's going around in circles. So we need it to come to a conclusion. There it is on the cut. Well done, Spirit. Brought to a conclusion. Ending a chapter. And the third pile. So this off because it's hot. Okay. Something out of the blue to astonish you in the next 8 days. Some action being taken. This is a lack of faith, a lack of belief, problems with the throat, the neck, the tongue, the mouth. This is teachers, this is schooling, this is Taurus, this is Simon Peter, this is binding yourself to material realms. It's religion, it's institutions, a lack of faith in those. Can also be the end to a friendship or a marriage. Standing up for yourself. And finding peace because of it. So you've lost faith in something, someone, and there'll be no apology because there's stagnation here. Even terrorism. It's agriculture, it's the horse, it's Chiron, the wounded healer. So somebody needs to heal themselves before they can heal others. It's those in a dark complexion, or wears a uniform. It's those with the scar on the leg, the limp or the amputation. Wounded. Somebody's been very wounded. But they are taking back control. They are no longer being controlled by others. They've tamed the beast within them or within others. The lion. Enemies overcome. And a chapter is ending. So we have Taurus in the negative, Leo in the positive. 8 or 26 positive, 5 or 23 negative. So Mark, Diane, and Oscar will be important. Ian, David, Penny, Dean, all mentioned. Gemini and Virgo mentioned. Virgo's in the dice there. And the fixed signs of Taurus, Leo, Scorpio and Aquarius. They're the ones that find it very hard to shift, to move. They don't like change. But this is a shift of some kind. Next 8 days. You are protected and you will gain good advice. Libra energy. We're going into Libra now. Doctors, priests or lawyers. The name Michael, Archangel Michael. Protection in all its forms by learned people of good advice. So, but somebody's gone off track here, or something has. Taurus, Cancer, home and family life, friendships, marriages, schooling. Somebody has gone off track. They're not in control. They're not working as a team. They're pulling in different directions. 7 or 25. Mia. Oh dear. So this escalates now. This, when you stand up for yourself, this gets violent, very violent, a bloodbath. Somebody wants to win at all costs and they do not care how they do it. They will cut their own nose off to spite their face. They will double down even when they're in the wrong. 5 weeks. And it will cause pain and suffering. So you have to move on. So when this happens after 5 weeks, the 6th week you will move on. You're going to leave it all behind because that is not somewhere you want to be. Violence. Yeah. Another 5, so changes are coming. 2 5s, 3 5s, sorry. The only thing we haven't got is 5 of cups. That may come out soon. Because this is leaving you with a hole in the pit of your stomach that you cannot fill. You feel lonely in a room full of people. You feel half erased. Down, down, deeper and down. Yeah, there is Cancer again. Home and family life. Somebody self-medicating. Somebody depressed or drained. Very either over-emotional or no emotions left at all. Yeah, no love left in this equation. Pisces energy. Somebody's a victim or a martyr in this situation. No peace for the wicked. No peace for anyone, really. It's, you've got to fight. So, fight we must, and there it is. But everyone has to realise that no one's going to win this and everyone will regret it. People are being found out. Wrongdoers will come to a sticky end, I think. This isn't looking good. So 7 or 25. That's what we've got there. Something negative that we have to move on from. We have to bring to an end. is again there. So it's in its own read, the number 21, not today. Something is never ending. It's going round in circles. And if you think it's over, it's not. You have to move on. There it is. Keep saying it. From stormy waters to calm ones. Stand on your own 2 feet. Be financially and emotionally independent within or without a relationship. Abandonment issues, Mercury retrograde, having to revisit a situation, so it's not over. Even when you think it is, it isn't. Yeah, there is reproductive organs, shared resources in this. There's a couple that have no love for each other whatsoever. Both in the doldrums, both drained, male or female. There it is again, 5 or 23. This is a total breakdown. Religions, institutions, belief systems, schools, Simon Peter, somebody, all they're about is the material things in life. Yeah, you need a new team. Close the door on this old chapter and move on. If you do, within 3 years, you will prosper. Don't miss this opportunity, because there's a missed opportunity there. This is graduating from university. This is using what knowledge you have as a foundation stones for your future. Learn from this, is what they're saying. Learn from this negative situation. So 6th house then. An apple a day keeps the doctor away. So we've got 5, 6, 7, 8, which could be of October. And there's the apple. The intestines and the abdomen, hospital doors, vocational workplace, health services, altruism, teamwork, co-workers. There's a lack of teamwork, we've seen that. This house pertains to co-workers and describes how harmoniously someone is able to blend into a team. Not in this game, you need a new team. And how work will be organised and approached. Without a strong sense of self, boundaries will become elastic. Yeah, no boundaries. And there's no separation between you and me in the workplace. If personal boundaries are too strong, cooperation is impossible and isolation is inevitable. There you go. It's also linked to health, which is dependent on how much at home someone is with their body, mind and emotions, and how much of a self can be expressed. So there's lack of self-worth here. This is truly holistic house. A state of health reflects your inner harmony, while disease indicates inner disharmony. So there is an inner disharmony here. Virgo sun is competent self-expression, practical but a perfectionist, too analytical, productive, functional and organised. The sun in Virgo is committed and unperturbed by setbacks. So perhaps you need to be not perturbed by any setbacks that come your way, because this isn't over yet. Yeah, the cup is empty. There. 3 members of the same family. The cup is empty. None of them are happy. So it's the gambler's cup as well. So that is a gambler. They're losing everything. So if you're a gambler, don't put everything on whatever it is that you're figuring to gamble on. Don't put all your eggs in one basket or you'll come unstuck. It is the 14th rune. It is chance and destiny. The web, the weavers of fate. The World Wide Web is today's card. The internet, so it could be that. So 14. There is the roulette wheel and babies. So Poirot is a source of recreation and amusement to the great, where warriors sit blithely together in a banquet hall, so some sort of celebration. The letter P, and we said that with the Leo card, didn't we? Penny, possibly. The rune is primarily associated with mysteries and amusement that result from revelation, so gossip. However, there is a reason to believe that that part of the poem is a mistranslation, because it's not that it is the wives of the warriors and not the warriors who take such joy in the revelation. So secrets are coming out, the wives are finding out, the women are finding out, and they're gossiping about it. On this feminine note, Perthro is connected with birth and death, the Scorpio energy, and thus with beginnings and endings. So we're talking about endings. The mysteries of the occult and what lies before and after life are related ideas. Another side to this is associated with gaming, and the very shape of the rune suggests a dice cup. So if you play any games with dice, the word Perthro is said to mean a pawn or gaming piece. So somebody is using you as a pawn in their game. It is a game of chance and skill. The three goddesses of fate, past, present and future, the maiden, the mother and the crone. This goes for life too, the greatest game of chance and skill of all. In Norse mythology, these eternally weaving enigmatic goddesses were not forthcoming with their knowledge and had to be wooed to reveal. Where was I? Sorry, Casey ringing. So, it is in the inverted. So, the Norns, 3 Norns, that's where I was. Weaving enigmatic goddesses were not forthcoming with their knowledge and had to be wooed to reveal the future. Even Odin himself had to resort to outrageous bribery. So somebody may be trying to bribe somebody. Odin is Wednesday and had little influence with the weavers of the web. The same cannot be said for the wife Frigga. This paragon of domestic virtue seems to have been on very good terms with them and was additionally regarded as the patroness of women in labour. Frigga was also believed to be the mother of at least some of the Valkyrie, the warrior women who rode flying steeds over battlefields to select those who died bravely to enjoy a happy afterlife with their father Odin. So somebody passing to the next world to be with their father, but not yet. And in the reverse, fate can deal crushing blows when Perthro is inverted. The pattern of fate takes on a darker hue, and the game of life will transform the board into something rather frightening and unfamiliar, which is the Five of Swords, the frightening and unfamiliar. Perhaps you have overestimated your chances of success and have overplayed your hand. There are facts that you are unaware of that will be found out. However, so proceed cautiously, gamble nothing, and wait until the Norns are in a better humour. So, 13, Holly. So name Holly, 13, so we've got 13, did we say 14? Blimey. The phone calls put me off, sorry. Because I'm using the old phone, now they can ring in the middle of everything. Using my old phone for the videos, I mean. So it is Mars and Venus, love and war again. The Latin is aquifolium. The prickly nature of the holly. The promise of life and grand association of Venus and the element of fire. As Hollywood is said to burn particularly hot. Holly is known as Tyne in the Celtic Ogham and is associated with the crown. So again, the king, such as a thorny crown of Christ and religion, institutions. The animating spirit of Holly ruling the winter and associated with Yule, so Christmas time, and the Green Knight in Arthurian myth. In opposition to the brighter Oak King, which is Taurus, or the summertide. It's used as a seasonal decoration and is also due to its protective nature. The Green Knight was used as a like a boogeyman for the knights to go and slay, and he managed to kill most of them off. But it was like a deceit and a mystery. As the Yulin folklore was a time of ghosts and malevolent spirits, if not more so than the Samhain. Planted near graveyards and churches, it protects you from hostile spirits, so there's your protection. Holly is also used to protect from lightning, so lightning strikes. Holly is said to help with magical travel or astral flight. The shape of the leaves is reminiscent of bat's wings and is referred to as such in herbal codes. Holly leaves can be used in dream charms to both protect and guide you on the journey. The white springtime flower can be soaked in water to create fairy blessing water. The spirit of holly, somewhat counterintuitively, is used to heal anger, and that's what's going on here. While humans often associate thorns and other sharp, blood-drawing plants with anger and violence, which is the violence, the essence of holly is one of anger management. Holly helps us examine the differences between appropriate anger for a higher purpose, say justice, which is what he's doing there, so legitimate anger, and when outward aggression is really a problem stemming from lack of generosity of spirit, lack of love or security. Whenever we have aggressive feelings of anger, hatred or spite, envy or wish to do others harm, holly helps us perceive a bigger picture and find the root of that feeling. Any action from protection will take it is not personal or angry, but one of skillful boundaries and defence for common good. So people are saying to you, don't lose your temper, don't get mad, but when it's needed to protect you, it is validated. So again, it was in the reverse. So we've got protect yourself. How are you directing angry and aggressive feelings and how they're ultimately hurting you? Ask yourself where these feelings are stemming from and seek to cure the root of it. Be protected from all harm, including from yourself, because you may be your own worst enemy in this. Because as soon as you lose your temper, they'll use that against you. But there we have the bee. And Manchester of the Bees is on Chiron there when he's in the positive. The bee and the pomegranate, which is the high priestess, Persephone, 2 and 29. Productivity, and here we have 26, which is this one, 8 and 26. There we go, we've tamed the beast. So productivity. So we've got 25 and 26. The bee and the pomegranate calls us to create with purpose. Bees are known for their hard work and industrious. The phrase busy as a bee, so that's what he's doing there with his new team. He's beavering away to lay a new foundation. It's from Geoffrey Chaucer's Canterbury Tales, written in the 14th century. Pomegranates are tough-skinned and difficult to open, but once their exterior is pierced, hundreds of seeds burst forth, signifying fertility and abundance. You are at your most productive. Take care to ensure that your labour fulfills you, so do what makes you happy. When am I at my most productive? Am I feeling fulfilled in my work? Doesn't seem so, because you need a new team, according to Spirit. If no, how do you change it? It's time for a change. How long have we got on there? Yeah, we've got plenty of time. We'll have one of these. So if you're not loving what you do, it won't be productive. So make sure what you are doing is something you enjoy. There it is, 29, the phoenix is rising, the rooster again. So, though we bound ourselves to the material and it may have destroyed us, we are now coming up out of that. Being reborn, rebirth, 29. The Phoenix appears as your ally to celebrate your journey and to ensure your ultimate success. This is true even if it appears that you've just passed through a metaphorical experience of death or are currently enduring the perception of failure in your life. Death and rebirth are related when you enter the realm of the Phoenix. Seen in this light, nothing truly dies, but it changes, from one ending directly to the new beginning. The Phoenix is constantly reinventing itself and rises up whole and new, and even more powerful with every death it experiences. This could signal the end of a relationship, yes, or the dynamics within one, or an end of a job, a project, or even a life. Perhaps no failure is involved, but it's time for a complete overhaul of your circumstances. You may be tired of what you're doing, and you may not know ultimately that it's time to move on and try something new. Whatever the case, a death of the old and a celebration of new life is called for. Whatever you do now will indeed be a successful endeavour, for the rebirth is imminent. So not yet, but soon. Don't miss the opportunity. Have we got time for a little owl? Quite possibly. Quick. Reconsider your options. There is the Standing Stone. That's the Rune of Hagalaz. So reconsider your options. This card suggests that what you are hoping for or trying to achieve in the way that you are currently approaching it might not be the best outcome for you. Think again and consider a different option. The definition of insanity, like we know, is doing the same thing and expecting a different outcome. So, Hagalaz is hell. Do you want to stay in hell? It is also the safe harbour for some. So, going through the gates of hell, it's a rite of passage, I think. But you will rise again like the phoenix from the ashes. Thanks for listening. Down, down, deeper and down. And then we rise again.